All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Ranking of Kings, episode 23. The season finale. Now, are we going to maybe get some coronationing? Some king naming?
Yes, I think it is time. I think it is time that Boji be seated and endowed with all the powers that be. And we can start the Ranking of Kings. You know, the name of the show. It's kind of an interesting thing to think about, that this story and world might be so big that this is another show that we're getting through, where season 1 is, and now you've gone through the prologue.
Right, you just now entered the Grand Line.
Right.
Welcome.
Yes. It's now going to be a big world from here. Every single person that didn't die was so that we could have a grand order of Nakama for the conflict against the gods or whatever that's coming up.
Whatever ends up happening, and maybe also conflict against some old friends, because a certain fellow was like, all right, let's do this. Ranking of Kings, I'll do the thing. Oh, you won't die, but
Put your kingdom's kind of situation in order. And he basically just told the random squire, like, hold on to things while I'm away, because I might not be coming back.
I'm going out for cigarettes.
But y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
That relaxing breath at the beginning is just the perfect lead into it.
I need, like, a musical, like, person to, like, analyze this OP, because the way they use the guitar at the beginning to then build into the rise with all the other instruments, it lights me up. I feel alive.
There's just something that happens when you're listening to an OP, and it's just like, you can't help but feel the emotion that goes with it.
I just realized something.
What?
2023. Mappa announces Ranking of Kings Season 2 because it's Wit. Wit got absorbed into Mappa, so Mappa's gonna also do the sequel eventually to Ranking of Kings, you know?
Yeah. Because it is getting a sequel.
Definitely. You must.
Oh.
right, this. Yeah. Wow.
Damn.
Oh!
How could you say no to those faces?
Oh, the first person POV, yeah.
Wait, hang on a second.
It's just love in the air?
Yeah.
Or are we just building a hand-holding of Nakama Circle?
Right, exactly.
Oh, that's so pure. It's so precious. Oh. Yeah. Now the One Piece tears come out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he is king, but...
Right, I'm waiting for him to say, no, not king.
Yeah. Well done.
Yes.
Well done, Appius. Appius, what a legend. Yep, of course, of course. There it is. Yep.
Who says you have to be a king to be king?
Oh!
All right.
I'm not gonna cry. Well done. Oh my god, all the characters are acknowledging the things that... Ah! Wait, is this... Wait! Kakashi, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Truly the move of an expert assassin.
Yes.
They never see it coming.
Oh.
And the change in his demeanor. Okay. God damn it.
Yep. Immediately.
All right. Okay.
Right. He knew everything. Yep. That. Yeah, exactly. Oh, the snake is crying too. Boji, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Sunday. Shit was wild. We wanted to live.
We're not fighters, you know.
No, you're not supposed to be the one tossing Boji anymore. We're still not through that. Tag.
Yeah. Having Tomas be the first one, maybe not the best. Alright, let's see it.
Whoa!
And for that moment, Boji was tall.
Oh. I mean, some of these people have super strength, so yeah.
Yeah.
His little form, absolutely. Oh.
Okay. Whoa.
No.
What the? Wait.
Wait, Daida!
Wait.
Daida! No.
All right. Go get him, Bevan.
Not true.
Bakakage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Ah! Oh.
Wait, really?
No, he'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh, the real crown. Not you.
No,
yep,
but that's...
he made for you. Yep. Where is he? My first decree. Summon Kage. Yeah. It'll be really hard to find him. Yeah. This is literally what he's the best at doing, is disappearing. Oh. Yeah.
Right.
Right. All right, a new quest for these two. Yeah. Oh. Okay, we gotta get like some kind of time skipped when he comes back or something.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. Ah, yeah, these guys need to go back to the kingdom. Oh. The prisoner guy.
Yeah.
Because he was knocked unconscious. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh, and he's pissed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Wait. Did he just...
Some gigantic catfish looking thing.
Yeah.
He just wanted to be the one to do it.
Yeah.
It's gonna get dragged all the way to the head.
Time for some headless horseman shit.
All right.
Okay,
yeah. Now the inverse of episode 1, yeah. Oh.
Going
back to a special spot with him, yeah. Just in case he comes back. Yep. Oh, the shadow of a bird just flying over.
Why did you have to do that, show?
Oh, he's helping the one guy walk. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, let's have a talk, yeah. Because she noticed the influence Kage had. Yeah, talk about it. Talk about it, yeah. That's it, yep. Mm-hmm.
I love this shot.
Mm-hmm. Wait, is he building a little home? Yeah.
He's gonna walk proudly through the town like Boji.
Uh-huh. And yet everyone's gonna look at him and kind of judge him a little bit. Yeah. People are scared of him. They either know what Shadow Clan is. Yeah, be like Boji, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, they know. He's just making it farther away.
But that slight added edge to his voice when he says that.
Yeah. Hey, the snakes were sent out to find him. Oh no.
Or is it just a regular snake?
Or no, it might be. It just can't talk. And it found him. Right. So now it's going to go report that it found him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Wait. Oh.
Is that a bad thing?
The big one's here. Oh. Hell yeah! I went out looking specifically for you.
All
yes.
All right.
Bevan escorted him and everything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yep, he saved his life many times. Oh, precious boy. Search the kingdom. Yeah. Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
Holy shit! Wait!
Oh my god.
Whoa! Oh my god! Ah! This is so pure! This is so perfect! And I never could have predicted this!
Me neither.
Yeah!
Okay.
Chase after
all
him.
Right.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, wow. You know what's sad? You don't need a season 2 necessarily.
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily. I would be there day
we
one.
We need the season 2, but...
We do need it, but we don't... the story doesn't need it, really.
Right. The entire time, I'm... my mind just went to, Fox and the Hound, just...
Wow.
Yeah, and it's...
So this ED is them, in some ways, going on adventures together as they build their new kingdom. Now, it is all the things that they went through as well.
Right.
But the fact that Kage is chasing alongside him... Oh, and those are the rays of the sun in the same way that he's like, Boji, you're my son.
Okay.
Not like that, he's our son, but that,
right.
Then to you as well, Kage, you're his son.
Because he wouldn't want any crown other than the one that you made for him.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
so
perfect.
Sweet.
Holy shit. We just got ourselves some peak ranking of kings there. The emotion, the catharsis, the joy, everything coming together for the perfect finale.
Wow. That was everything I could have hoped for and more.
They gave us that little bit of tension and conflict with the idea that Kage realizes that it's not really his place to be here anymore, because maybe in some level he didn't just recognize the disparity between him and the people of the kingdom, but the idea that even in some ways Boji's place isn't necessarily here, but maybe he hadn't stepped that far ahead yet because he wouldn't presume anything upon Boji.
Right. But, it's the whole thing of he would never want their relationship to become one of dependency, and since he realized, Boji has people now,
right?
Because before it was just the two of us against the world, right? And that's great.
Yeah.
But now he's got people.
Right.
I don't have people the way Boji does. Like, I have Boji, but like, so, okay, I'm going to try and find my own way, which is like the, yes, there's some good things to get at there, but also at the same time, Baka. Baka.
We know from a meta level the way this has to go, except it's not about whether they're in the kingdom or not. It's about them being together in whatever comes next. And Boji made the decision to relinquish the throne to Daida.
Yeah, that's
that's such a cool decision. It's a perfect subverting of all of our expectations in that we predicted exactly right that people will be like, hey, Daida, you should relinquish the throne. And he's like, I was absolutely thinking about that. And we're like, oh, perfect.
Perfect. Right. And yes, Daida has grown a lot. Yes, he would be a good king, but didn't exactly start in the best way. So
maybe not now,
Yeah, so he relinquishes it. Awesome. But then Boji gives it back. That is that's so perfect. Like,
it's so good because in some ways Boji is taking all the lessons that he's learned from all the adults and the other people in his life, really, and then realizing that he can go after who and what he wants, and that's what it means to grow up. You basically strike out on your own, start building your own path. You don't go at it in the process alone. There are people that support you as you leave. There are those that walk alongside you, but you make the decision as to which direction you're going. And that's so powerful that he not only was able to make that decision by the end of this season, but also that Healing, his mother, was able to understand that from the macro side of things, this was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But also, he wouldn't do this without that little bit of permission being given.
Exactly.
Because she had done him dirty a little bit.
Yes.
She had stolen his confidence in himself in being able to make his own decisions.
Right.
So she noticed that when he was looking towards Kage, a lot of that was the, Kage, what do you think about this? Should I make this decision? And then Kage would be like, yeah, go. Kage wasn't trying to be like, yes, I give you permission. Kage was always just cheering him on, like, go.
Yep.
But in that same respect, Healing needed to basically be like, no, you do whatever you want here.
Yeah, it was a beautiful way to make it so that it's both progression in the story, but then also growth for both of the characters involved. Like, because we've talked about this over the course of this show.
Yeah.
But it's very easy for stories to have characters that start one way and then they end up kind of being retroactively changed to be another way. But the problem is that in hindsight, it doesn't actually work, Yeah. It makes for great things in the moment, but
Right.
But
or they change so irrevocably that the previous part of them has no remnants left.
Exactly.
It's the same way in which Healing kind of was like, hey, you need to shape up, basically. And then she realized, wait, shit, hold on.
Right. There ended up being bigger threats and issues and stuff, so then that part of her basically got put aside because, oh shit, like Boji's in actual danger, things like that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's a great great reasoning for it to happen, but it would follow then that when the threat is resolved, that flaw of hers, that thing that she would do that didn't work for Boji, right, would come back up. And then she realizes it.
Because she went through the process.
She went through the whole process, and she's able to reconcile the fact that, oh, shit, yeah, a lot of his confidence problems are because of me.
Yep.
Oh, and in this situation where then she's doing her usual thing of no, you got to shape up, you got to, like
take responsibility, be a king here.
And the thing is, that's not bad stuff to say. Not. That's good stuff to say. He is the king, right? So it's hey, there's the responsibilities come with that. But then it's wait, hang on a second. Maybe that's not what he needs right now. Okay, if and so it's this beautiful, wonderful thing that then sends Boji off onto the next stage of his journey. That is also then painting the picture for what we have to look forward to for the whole rest of the show. Yeah, because this was the short version, right? Yeah. This was there's already a kingdom, and will you become king of it? And we got to know all the characters and things like that. But what happens now when it's you've got to meet all those people. You've got to gather them around you. Like you are starting from the ground up. So
you have to build those connections and bridges. You have to choose well. In some ways, this is another thing that's a little bit curious here. You have a life, but you are not immortal, Boji. You can't just spawn a kingdom out of nothing. You might never see a kingdom in your lifetime. Realistically, it's actually a possibility that you just start a community that you then help facilitate.
Yep.
But no, it doesn't become a kingdom.
Because even in Bose's case, he didn't make the kingdom from scratch. He found some people that needed help, helped them, and then they ended up pledging their loyalty to him, right? Right. But he didn't gather the people all into the one place. Nope. So...
Yeah. He effectively found a small city or a village, and
they chose to make him king.
They chose to make him king. Yeah.
Cool.
Now that can also happen for you, Boji. There's a lot of things that you can learn from that. In that there's a lot of people that are underrepresented, maybe the people that are the outcasts or the misfits, and you could be their king.
Right.
And you could absolutely do that. We saw an example in Bose's past where there were an entire group of people that were wiped out because basically they didn't have someone to basically stand up for them. And while Bose did his part, still wasn't enough.
Right.
And maybe, we're not going to be dealing with, gods or god kings or anything like that, or Oaken necessarily. But Boji, your heart and your desire to spend that limitless energy you have to make other people's lives better, you and Kage are going to do quite a lot. And I'm really excited having Boji's story be in some way starting now, rather than having him just getting instantly slotted into the ranking of kings kind of thing as all right, cool, so you have you have this wonderful kingdom here, and now all this, and what do you know, you're rank 3 or something, and then it's wouldn't feel really as earned. And in some ways, I'm kind of glad that we just entirely sidestepped that whole side of the story to be now let's just focus on what's really important here is these two characters and just them going on adventures
they are
together.
The heart of this story.
They are.
And they will not be sundered. So don't even try.
And also structurally, this story just did something brilliant by basically saying, hey, all these characters that we spent all this time introducing in season 1, we can choose to focus on them as little or as much as we want going forward.
Yes.
Because you don't have to have the story entirely revolve around every single member of the cast.
Well, yeah.
So now, in a lot of ways, we could just every once in a while just catch up with, the kingdom over here.
We just had a One Piece effect where they wrapped up the arc of an island, and now we're going to another island, except in this case it's another kingdom, right? Because
it doesn't even exist yet.
Yeah, exactly. Because you wouldn't want... with long-form stories, it can get really tough when it's hey, you have an arc, and within that arc, the characters finish their story more or less, right?
Sure,
they've dealt with the big thing that they needed to work on within themselves, and even if they're present in the story, they don't necessarily have something that is a big point of character growth. And if you fabricate that and force it to happen, then it can feel really disingenuous and backtracky and all that stuff. So instead, they're gone.
Well, but you know what I just realized? What are the things that make a strong king? Well, one, the strength of
right. They mentioned the three things. It's the strength of the knights,
the loyalty, the love of the people.
Right, and then the ability to be a fearsome warrior that can protect their people. Yeah.
Right. I actually don't even know if that third one is actually correct.
Yeah, that's not quite the way that they said it. But
it was something else. Mm-hmm. But there's another one in here that I feel like is connected slightly to like the loyalty of their people and the strength of their knights. Who are they allied with? Sure. Boji brings with him an alliance of a very strong kingdom.
That's true.
And every single leader in that kingdom will be available to help if there's some kind of like conflict or something like that. And that reputation and that connection goes alongside this. So in some ways, the One Piece effect of we're moving from one island to the next doesn't have to be entirely the case, because it's every single friendship, every single person, every single heart that Boji affects in some ways will be an ally.
Right.
In his eventual kingdom.
Yes. They will still be present. They will still be in the story, even if they're not the most immediately relevant or whatever, and because it's not something like One Piece where they're, separated by oceans and stuff.
Right, where it's literally impossible for them to all just suddenly show up.
Yeah, exactly. You could easily have a situation where Boji just reaches out to, his old kingdom and all his friends and everything, and they're like, yep, we'll help you out.
Yeah, and also we have a much more flexible magic system where we could actually bring people across great distances.
That's true.
Rather simply through just Miranjo's existence.
Right. Well, and also, it's not one kingdom. We have two kingdoms now. Because there's I forget the name, the kingdom of who was previously Bos, but now the kingdom of Daida, I guess.
Yeah.
But then we also have the underworld kingdom.
Yeah, and we had a couple other kingdoms that were mentioned around the time of flashing back to the stuff that happened with the Shadow Clan and stuff like that.
Right.
There's a whole bunch of other kingdoms out there that Boji could theoretically, and this is where things could get kind of devious in a fun way, is Boji could look around, find a kingdom that's being poorly managed too, and Kage would be like, "So Boji, let's start getting political.
Right.
Let's start pitching people the idea of a royal joust, a royal tournament arc.
Right. or at the very least, just helping them out when they're really in a tough spot, and then they help him out, and then it's okay, cool. We just
because that's the other thing. Kingdoms, you sprout just a kingdom right next to the borders of another kingdom and be like, Chotomate. What?
Yeah, that'll be a bit of
that's our land. That's our farmland.
You're a bit close. Excuse me.
Go away.
Yep.
Go into the mountains where there's no crops growth potential.
I've played Civilization. I know if you start a city too close to the borders of another nation, they're like it's not very polite of you, my good sir.
Our roads were going through there. Now they're your roads.
Right. We were gonna build cities in that general direction and.
It becomes a race to just
exactly.
But yes, having these big character decisions, having the episode be so slow paced though, and focusing on the emotion of these characters,
that was wonderful.
And also still having some fun levity in the midst there. With in some ways the Oaken situation being one where Kingbo, the mad son of the king that he would, but anyway, that whole thing, shattering the rock with Oaken to get vengeance on the point where Oaken got him so that he can maybe have a little bit of just, satisfaction with this, but yeeting the head, and then as it tries to regain the thing, he slashes that to make sure it keeps going. Keeps its momentum. It lands in the lake, and it's like, that'll delay him about a week, maybe. And then big catfish comes in. We don't know if there are rivers connected to this lake, that it goes to the ocean or something.
Who knows?
I
mean, that's a big
so
fish
goofy.
For a lake.
Right, but that's... Right, totally. That's why I assume there's some kind of river that...
Yeah, exactly.
It's got an outlet to the ocean, but it's the...
Right.
It's the... Wait. That's so goofy, but also, like...
Right. Is like what's gonna happen here? Like is that something where now we're gonna have a headless horseman Oaken that's just like going around doing stuff, but like he's headless, so he won't be able to see people. So
right,
like maybe that's not an issue, or in 6 months he gets his head back, he guts the fish or whatever, and then comes back or something.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. We don't know whether or not his body can sense where the rest of his body is.
I feel like he can.
But it's also I feel like that's also just the typical kind of regenerative thing.
Right.
Where
it's sort of always pulling him in that direction.
Right, but then it's does that have a range limit? Where eventually just Oaken just stopped thinking,
Or just regardless, let's say you're being pulled in that direction. Great. Okay. You still can't see. So like Oaken crawling makes a lot of sense. If he tried to get up and walk, I imagine that wouldn't go very well.
Nope.
So like what happens if you just suddenly get into like a thicket, or something like that? Or, there's an ocean in between you and,
Let's just say he ends up finding where the fish generally is, Mm-hmm. And the fish is just like, fuck that, and just swims away.
Right,
like,
exactly.
No, come back.
Yeah.
Black tentacles, and they just can't go fast enough. The fish is like...
See, it's the reverse of the immortality, but then there's the immortal snail that's chasing you. You're the immortal snail, and you need to get your body back.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'll get there eventually. And the fish is just, nah.
I've wanted to run D&D stuff like that, where you have someone who's basically, their whole thing is they are running away from this immortal, being that's been haunting or chasing them for so long. But it's the thing of where you just see someone with this very specific craft that's of magic and stuff, and it just constantly moving. You're like, what's that? It's like, oh, they're a bit paranoid and quirky. They never stay in one spot. It's weird. I don't know what it is.
Always on the move.
Always on the move.
You know how it is.
Yeah. But, oh my God, season 1.
That was
Ranking
wonderful.
of Kings.
Yep.
And then the way they tie this in with the OP and ED.
Yes. The ED
felt
especially feeling like extra poignant and on the nose and whatnot. Now that we see what the direction is for the show in the future.
Right.
Fucking love that.
Yes. So good. So good.
But wonderfully wholesome show. A big surprise there, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, now,
y'all, we've been debating how we were gonna do this and stuff like that, but we just decided, because we have some shenanigans and stuff, trying to figure out some timing of things with editor and some other stuff like that, and we are just going to go ahead and do a show that y'all expected us to do after this, but that's Spy Family.
Spy Family Part 2.
Part 2.
I mean, let's be real. I may have been very much like Caleb. We need to finish Spy Family.
We could have a poll and just put Spy Family, Spy Family, Spy Family, Spy Family. But it's we're just letting you know. We're just letting you know. So that's what's going to happen, and then we'll do a proper poll after part 2 of that has ended. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the first episode's reaction to Spy Family Part 2 right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yes, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.